So we are in Charlotte's allotment. You're pretty self-sufficient as a lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I thought, because I obviously don't know an allotment, I could ask Charlotte questions about what you guys might want to know about an allotment. So how did you get an allotment?
So you just go on your local council's website, you request the details of the person who looks after your allotment, and then you go on a waiting list. So I was on 3 different waiting lists. It probably took me about 3 months to get to the top of the waiting list, so that wasn't really that long.
Yeah.
And then when I got one that I wanted, so that was this one, I just let the other people know that I didn't need an allotment anymore.
Okay. And how did you know what to grow and where and seasons and everything like that?
So I didn't really know. I just part of it I just got on and did it. The other part of it I found out through library books, but through just having a bit of research. There are like lots of people around me as well, so this allotment has 29 other people with an allotment, but actually that's quite small, so usually it's a much bigger community than that, and they actually have to split down the allotment into smaller sub areas, so you get to know those sorts of people, and they're really helpful because they've been doing it a lot longer than me. Learned quite a lot from them. For instance, when I first came into my allotment, I started like chopping down what I thought was a weed, and this lady next to me was like, "You might know what you're doing, but that's a really nice flower that comes back every year." And I was like, "Oh, thanks for letting me know."
Aww, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Aww.
So yeah, it's a really good community. Like, we're having a barbecue this weekend, and you get to see people throughout the day or on the weekends and just have a bit of a chat to them. It's really good.
And you were saying, like, when you first started, you decided to grow everything.
Yeah.
But now you're changing it, right?
Yeah, so I hadn't really done anything like this before where I grew vegetables into the ground. So as soon as I got my first bed sorted, I was like, excellent, put everything in it. But actually it's a bit more logical to have one bed per vegetable. So I think going forward next cycle, I'll stick to that a lot more rather than have a bit of a mix of things, because then I don't get much produce. Whereas if I dedicate spaces to particular vegetables, I'll get more out of it.
Okay. And do you think people who aren't naturally green fingered and aren't naturally good with growing plants at home, should they be put off from getting an allotment, or?
No, I'd say what I started with was growing in pots on my patio, so I got a bit of confidence out of doing stuff like that. And then I went, oh okay, this is really good fun, I really enjoy this, let's try an allotment. So just do whatever feels right for you. So I was chatting to one of the ladies here, and she has a much bigger allotment than me. I only have half the size, and she says, oh, it's actually a really good idea to have only half the size to start with, so you get used to
can build up.
Yeah, so you get used to the space and get used to what you're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And how much is it?
For me, it's £31 a year, and that's because I only came onto the plot halfway through the year.
Yeah.
For my next year, it's going to be £61. A full-size plot would be £91.
But if you think that you get the food back that you're growing,
exactly.
you get a community, you get your own satisfaction of growing your own produce, like, you get so much more
and
back.
I won't have a garden when I move to my new flat, so this will also be
your garden.
back garden, which will be really good.
Yeah, they're going to put like a little bench back there, which I think is really cute, and like a little area, aren't you? Yeah, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
cool. So much fun.
Yeah, so this is Charlotte's allotment.
Yay.
Oh, and what's the magic thing?
Subscribe.